Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in and joining us for another fun-filled, fun-packed, excitement-packed hour of Nerd Cave show. We're already joined by Mandy. She says, "What's up?" What's up, Mandy? Thank you for joining us. Mandy! That is my wonderful wife. And yeah, we've been looking forward to this one. So I am going to turn it over to Ray. And yeah, there he is.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another wonderful, questionable, and always slightly off Nerd Cave show. Tonight, I have to show this because I decided to splurge a little bit and get us some nice Happy Juice. And even the beard is happy with this stuff.
Oh, the beard is definitely happy with that stuff.
This is Teeling Whiskey Small Batch, and this is finished in their rum casks. Or finished in rum cask. Happy Spirit of Dublin.
Happy.
Whiskey.
Oh, we got a bit of the Irish in us.
That's one way of putting it.
Well, you know.
It's really, really good. I think this would be even better if it was aged a little bit more. But it's still really, really good.
Oh, it's tasty.
It's very tasty. And it's got that. It tastes like it's got like a little bit of a bite from the rum casks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So we're enjoying it. I forgot my iced tea.
Oh.
Wow, I prepared quite a very well. You guys saw I posted up kind of late tonight.
See,
so.
I told you there's always a train wreck or two.
Well, we're not so much of a train wreck. We're just running a little bit behind, so.
Just a little goof.
We got so much to talk about. We got a small, inexpensive cave gem tonight. But it's mostly tailored towards you. Basically, you guys building computers, stuff like that. I found a neat little item that I thought a lot of you guys would really like. I'm so far liking it, so I'll definitely get into that here in a little bit. We also got. We've returned to the Cave Gem. What? This is 2 shows in a row. We've had Candy Challenge.
Candy Challenge, yes.
Candy Challenge. Right. So yeah, this will be the 2nd show in a row we've actually had Candy Challenge, and I've kind of enjoying not having them, but not so much that not having Candy Challenge. It's like you don't know how bad this has kicked in my sweet tooth. I've literally been buying candy bars on the weekends when the kids are here, and even my daughter's like, "Dad, you gotta stop." I'm like, "Thank you."
You know it's bad when the kids tell Dad.
Yeah, when your own daughter's like, "You need to stop." I'm like, "Okay." I'll let you be the what is it, the
voice of reason.
Voice of reason. Thank you. Always my daughter on that.
Always. Always.
Oh, that's some good stuff. Nom 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 nom.
That is
I'm enjoying
really
this
good.
tonight.
This is good. I'm gonna have some now.
So yeah, we took a little break last week. With everything that's going on, we're not really gonna touch on it. It's not that it's not important. It's just not what we do here for this show. We did.
If you follow us on social media, then you know where we stand.
Yeah, exactly.
But we have agreed that that's not what this show is about. And we're still. I mean, our following is here and there. So
exactly.
This is a different area.
We took a stance a long time ago to not involve this in politics or stuff like that. This whole show is about us having fun, everybody having fun, everybody just coming together doing nerdy gaming, computers, stuff like that. Mostly I do a lot of this. I hope you guys learn something. If not, ask me questions because I'll learn something.
Absolutely, he loves teaching. Especially if it's himself.
Even if it's bad habits.
Especially if it's bad habits.
Exactly. All right, so first little bit of news, a little something. This kind of caught me off guard, but the more you read on it, so Bruce Campbell finally has revealed that there is another Evil Dead movie coming. We all kind of knew that.
I think we did.
And they finally revealed the name. The director, which is not going to be Sam Raimi, and the one key thing is he's not going to be starring in it. And the reason being for that is he will not be in the upcoming movie, It will feature a female protagonist like the 2013 film.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't the first time they've tried to do this, and
I think the first one did very well.
Did it? Okay.
On its own.
I'm trying to remember it, honestly. I keep trying to go back. It's like, did I see that?
It was.
I've slept since
it
then.
was. It was a good. It was a remake. You know, I mean, it was good. There were some little differences here and there, but it was good. I thought it stood well on its own, personally.
I'm just curious if they're going to try to do a remake, or if this is going to be in the same universe, just somewhere different. I'm curious where they're going to go with it. I really don't. I'm getting upset with all the remakes because, like, you don't need to remake some of this stuff. Sometimes you just need to add on to the story that's there.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Which is one thing I like about what how they've titled the upcoming Evil Dead, and how I think it's a good thing. I think, you know. Well, I'm not going to get much to, but but yeah, it's I like the direction that they're taking. At least the direction it looks like they're taking.
Well, essentially, what he said was because Bruce Campbell had said in an interview, he goes, from this point forward, they kind of have to stand on their own, which is fine and liberating. We just want to keep the series current, and the mantra really is that our heroes and heroines are just regular people.
Mm-hmm.
That is where we're going to continue.
Absolutely, yeah.
They also said that both the franchise creator Raimi handpicked the indie director Lee Cronin to helm Evil Dead now. So it's not like Raimi's out of it. He actually picked the director. So Cronin's he's been directing horror shorts before, and he did in 2019, he had a full feature length called Hole in the Ground. The movie went to gross $3.4 million after being at the Sundance Film Festival. So that's actually pretty good.
That's pretty good. Now I'm going to have to look it up. I'm curious.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really going to have to see it now because I'm curious to see what his movie is about. And honestly, after them watching that, they probably said, you know, he's got the chops to make another Evil Dead movie. So
probably. I like that it's not just another Evil Dead.
Yeah.
You know, Evil Dead, just the new one. I like that they're going with the title Evil Dead Now. Mm-hmm. I like that. I think it's going to, I think it opens it up just a little bit to where it's not just a complete retelling of, you know, Ash's story.
I would really, really like for them to go. I'd like them to explore more time periods of the same Necronomicon and stuff like that. I would really like to see something that happens like Evil Dead, but during Western times.
That could be very interesting. I would enjoy that.
Honestly, to me, that would be perfect for something more along the lines of a low-budget film.
Absolutely.
I think that would pan out really well. And I really, honestly, I'm going to say this, and I know a lot of people, I really want them to avoid sci-fi future Evil Dead. I want them to avoid that for now because I'm still having bad flashbacks of what was it? Friday the 13th.
Jason X.
Yeah, Jason X.
Yep.
Them in the spaceship, and that it went beyond cheesy campy to just like face palm.
Yeah.
Movie, and
I agree with AudioCraZ on that. That's yes.
There's certain limits you can take it, and honestly, I really want to see what creativity they go with it, but the future stuff just never seems to work right.
Plus, considering that they're using the Necronomicon. And that was, at least to my knowledge, that was in Lovecraft's writings. I would like to see some more of the Lovecraftian monsters in some of it. You know, not as like the main antagonists, but definitely in the background. You know,
exactly
all those little nods and little Easter eggs here and there, you know. That personally, because I'm a Lovecraft fan, I would like to see that. I
haven't read any of it. I'm sorry.
You know, I don't hold that against you. Lovecraft is very difficult to follow, and he was a writer in his time, and Yeah, it's
you have to understand. I'm one of those people where I sit there, and if I lose. There's only been a couple of books that keep my interest, and I'm not much of a. I try to be like. Here's the funny thing: reading novels, not so good, but get me involved in a technical manual. I'll read it cover to cover. It's just the way.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, just the way my brain works. It's just like pretty pictures and ooh, I can solder here and oh, that's the circuit diagram. You know, exactly.
Well, just to let you know, Lovecraft was a writer of novels. Yet at the same time, he has an even larger collection of short stories. Some of them literally pages long.
I'll have to find some of those.
Yeah. There's some pretty good short ones out there. His stories just go deep into his own psyche, but
which is good.
That's an entirely other show, because I mean he wrote about things that he himself was afraid of, and
okay,
well,
I can see it.
Let's just say, if you could think of a phobia, more than likely he had it. So I mean he was afraid of everything from aliens to fish. I mean, no lie. And that's what his stuff was about. But yeah.
Wow. That's actually pretty awesome. Well, I mean, not awesome he had the phobias, but I think it's kind of cool that he was able to write about them. So.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway. I'm going to have to... everybody keeps talking about his stuff, and I've never read any of his stuff. So I'm going to have to bite the bullet and actually sit down and read some of his stuff. He's got short stories. They'll probably suck me in and get me started. So
yeah, the short stories that he has are great. But the novels that he has are also good. I've read a few, and I've enjoyed them. But I like the short stories because I don't always have the adult-sized attention span myself. So it's like sometimes I'm like a toddler. So.
Old Crow, how's it going, man? And Alien Fish.
Alien Fish, yes, that's right.
Okay, now you kind of got me really curious because I want to know about these alien fish.
The guy was...
He was a bit out there?
He was out there. I mean...
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Bloodborne is a really great... Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Bloodborne is a really great Lovecraftian game is what Old Crow is saying.
What Bloodborne was, and there's a couple other ones.
All right.
Yeah.
So definitely, I'm going to definitely kind of take into that now we've teetered from Evil Dead. But I'm curious what Bruce Campbell's working on. Because if he's not going to be in this movie, is he going to be like a part producer in this? Is he? Well,
he was a producer in let's see, what does it say here? In the 2013 movie, it does say he was a producer. And also, if I remember correctly, at the end of the first movie, it was one of those, after the credit scenes, they did show Ash, I believe he flicked open his Zippo and lit a cigar and said,
did a little cameo.
Yeah, it was a little cameo. So, I mean, I don't imagine that Ash is gone for good, but... I like that Bruce Campbell is saying, you know what, it's time for other people to step up. I'd love to see Ash come back later, not as like the main character, but as one of those, hey, about time you got here kind of guys.
Exactly.
I think that would be great.
That could be kind of like one of the storylines takes them back in time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be kind of cool.
That would be cool, yeah.
All right, so I think it's probably the time that we move on. What are we doing next? Are we doing the Cave Gem or the Candy Challenge? I can't remember. I can't remember what we're doing.
Let's do the Cave Gem.
We're going to do the Cave Gem?
Let's do the Cave Gem.
All right, Cave Gem. Tonight is a little basic item. You guys are going to look at this like, what the heck is this? This is something I've been actually looking for, and I found one on Amazon. He'll post a link here in a second.
Posting it right now.
And for those of you, especially people like me, who are looking for a way that when we're... Here it is. It's a 24-pin to 24-pin 90-degree adapter. And it's literally like this. Most of the ones you get are cables. They come up, they come over, and they loop. This one is real simple. It's under $10, unlike the 20 to $30 for the rigid cables. This is a real simple unit because what it does is it plugs directly into the motherboard. And the final image, for those of you guys watching here on YouTube, you'll see the final image here is the one where I was testing it. And I was surprised. I was worried about it because it doesn't have a locking latch on the motherboard side connector, but it fits in there very snug, and it took quite a bit to pull it out. And actually, if anybody knows about the 24-pin connectors, the lock is just kind of a nice thing, but that connector fits in there really snug. The nice thing is rather than having this big cable that comes out like this, you have this nice flat connector, and it sits just slightly above the motherboard. It's that big. And the nice thing is I got a power supply right here where I can show you. It makes it so instead of your cable coming, get this power supply to work with me here, instead of the cable coming up, and then when you're trying to keep it in your case and it bending like this, what you're doing is the cable now does this. Because what you're going to do is this connector, your power supply connector, get this right. Actually, I kind of like this because it binds the 24. If anybody's seen you got the 20 and 24 pin connector, this puts it together in one solid 24 pin connector. It locks together, and then now you've got this motherboard connector that sits just that much above the, about that much above the motherboard. I like it. It makes it nice and clean. And for those people that really don't want to spend the money on the it does have nice and felt, so it's nice and black. It kind of disappears. Then the picture they're showing the white. This one's all black, so you can kind of see how it looks like one big solid connector. And when it's plugged in the motherboard, it looks all black, so it actually looks fairly clean.
Nice.
And like I said, I'm right here. I'm trying to pull this connector.
He's having some trouble there.
No, it's in there really well. It's a snug fit. So it's
Ray
not
yanks on his cord.
Yeah. Coming yank on my cord. So for those of you guys looking to right here, this image right here, you can see how well it sits nice and flush, and to me it makes it. I kind of like it because now the motherboard power supply, the 24-pin power connector, now comes flat off the motherboard, parallel with the case, and it really helps for you to make it especially nice and clean, especially if you have one of the NZXT cases or one of the other ones that has the metal shroud that comes up and over, and your power supply cable comes up, or comes straight out like that. It'll actually tuck underneath that and look nice and clean.
Nice.
Now, if you want to get the ribbon or the colored cables or the sleeved cables, those are going to look nice, and you're going to spend, depending on which brand you get, anywhere between $60 to $100 for those. But if you're looking for something basic and you don't need all of the cables and stuff, you just want to look nice and clean, these are $10. And I'm going to be putting one in my next build, so I will be running these in my system. I bought a couple of them to do some testing with, but like I said, you can see the picture there. I was testing with it earlier, and it works really well. And the nice thing is it's most of them come with cables. This is hard PCB, so if you look right there, it is all soldered on, and you've got soldering on top and bottom. Mm-hmm. This is just like a stick-on foam piece to make it look all black. To keep it nice. Yeah. It's like I'll try to show you guys, but you see this black thing that you can't see? It looks good, right? But
you can see a good shot of it that you took right here, the one that's on right now.
Yeah, I dig that, much more compact. That's the main reason I got it. I was like, I wanted to try out something where it was inexpensive, but people are building their cases can still do things that are fairly clean without breaking the bank. And this is one of those $10 items that I found that there are some motherboards that do have a automatically 90 degree bend 24-pin ATX connector, but I only know a handful of them. The majority of the motherboards out there that you're going to find are going to have the standard ATX 24-pin ATX connector sticking straight up. So this is an easy way of having it 90 out of your case and really helping to clean up. That way you don't have the bundle that comes off the motherboard up and then you got to come down. On the last build, if you guys saw the video that I posted, I think it was last week, the NZXT case, that is kind of that way. You can see the cable that comes up, and the problem is it comes up and comes down, and then it's literally got to do a complete loop like this. So when it hits into the cable channeling, it actually wants to stick out, and there's nowhere to zip tie it up. So Yeah, this is one of those nice little inexpensive $10 nice little case mod. Cable modding kind of thing. But the nice thing is it's very low profile and it's real clean and it's very, very inexpensive. This is one of those items, like I said, with it being all black, it'll just disappear in your case. Unless you got a white case, but honestly, with everything being white and black inside of cases anyway, it'll still disappear. Unless you're, like I said, if you're going to buy one of the $80, $90 cable kits, you won't need one of these. But if that's a little bit much for you, or not something you want to spend, I'm going to highly recommend a little $10 item like this. Like I said, this thing is stout. I was worried when I first got it. I was like, well, it's PCB, and I'm a little worried about it. When I plugged it in the motherboard, I was playing with it. I was like, okay, this thing will break the connector off the motherboard if you torque it too much before this thing snaps.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's pretty heavy. I was a little skeptical when I ordered it, but I ordered 2 of them just to kind of check them out, and I'm fairly impressed. I'm gonna buy a couple more. I also bought, and I didn't grab it. I've actually got. I bought one of their USB 3.0 ones as well, because everybody wants to do USB 3.0, but your cable's got to come up and go like this. Well, they actually had ones exactly like this. That it plugs in USB 3 and it 90-degree bends off. So
all right.
I'm going to be checking that one out here too. I had it here. I don't know what I did with it. I need a drink. But yeah, this is the 24-pin male to female 90-degree adapter. And like I said, I apologize. Well, earlier today was like $7. I picked them up. I think I picked them up for like $8. So the prices are fluctuating a little bit, but not fluctuating too drastically. This is definitely something I recommend people to get and put in their cases just to clean things up a little bit. So yeah, follow the link. Clicky.
You can't go wrong with a clean case.
No. Well, you guys know about. I can't. I have to like constantly be. I got to make all the cables look good and stuff. So, and that, my dear friends, is tonight's cave gem. Haha. Yeah, like those who are listening on the podcast, link is down in the description. It is an Amazon link, so. If you guys do purchase it, we get a little bit, but on these, we may be lucky to get a penny. So it's not. This isn't something we're trying to make money off of. This is honestly a little deal that I bought that I really think a lot of people are going to enjoy, especially if people are trying to build a computer and make it look clean on an extreme budget. This is definitely one of those items.
Absolutely.
I need a drink because I am slightly parched.
Well, that happens, but. Yeah, no, that's a cool little piece, for people that are building their own computers, and maybe someone doesn't like, the cables being all ugly in the case like that. Yep. And for only $10 for being that sturdy, I think that's definitely worth it. Yeah,
definitely. All right, are we ready to move on?
I think we are.
Are we to the candy challenge?
Do you want to be?
Yeah, let's do the candy challenge.
All right.
Because we're going to talk about System Shock, but we got a lot to talk about on that one.
Yeah.
We're going to need some time. And you left me the green one.
I did.
He did. Those of you guys don't know, I'm not a big fan of marshmallow. And these are the Sour Patch Kids marshmallows. Artificially flavored. We have blue raspberry, red berry, lemon, orange, and lime. Great for decorating. I see that smiling little bastard on a cupcake. Sour coated marshmallows.
I'm afraid.
He left me. What is green?
I don't know what oh, there we go. Lime.
Green was lime. All right. So he left me the lime. So that's what I'm going to go with first. I'm going to have the Happy Juice close by.
have it close by.
All right.
I'm gonna try a yellow one.
Not much of a scent, but I can smell the. Yeah. Oh, now Irish shows up. All right, here we go.
That's
wow, that is sour.
That's sour, but that's not horrible. I've tasted worse. It's a lemon flavored marshmallow.
No, it's actually not too bad.
That's not.
It's still marshmallow, but. Believe it or not, the sour helps. I usually can't stand these because it's just like marshmallow sweet and that's bad.
I'm trying the orange.
Are you?
It's interesting.
Yeah, that's lime.
Yeah, I like marshmallows. And I like Sour Patch Kids. But, yeah.
All right, I'm going to do the orange one next. Oh, wow. Take a sip.
I'm trying. Oh, okay.
Watch the foot. Hit. Bing! Right there, didn't it? Hit you.
Wow, yeah, there it was.
Yep.
I'm going to try the red berry.
All right, here's the orange. Orange, sour.
Not, like I said, not bad.
So I don't taste orange. I just taste sour and then marshmallow. Maybe there's a little bit of orange there.
A little bit.
There's not a lot of flavoring on. They're sour.
Blue raspberry.
I'm going lemon.
Yeah, I like biting the hedge off.
Okay. While you got a little bit of marshmallow still in your mouth, then take a drink. Like that sour and the healing whiskey hits. It's a little weird, isn't it?
A lot.
It kind of, your tongue's like, I don't know what you just did to me, but please don't do it again.
It's like it's angry with me.
Okay, the lemon's good.
I'm trying it. I got a second yellow one because Ray got the only green one that was in the bag.
And the lemon's the best one. Because then again, lemon and sour always goes together.
Old Crow just asked, do they have a Peeps-like consistency?
Somewhat.
It's like a sour Peep, only it's better quality marshmallow.
It is. Peeps are like, whatever we can do to get it out the door.
Leftover stuff that's in the vat.
All right, what was red? Red raspberry?
Red berry is just what it says. Hey, we are joined by our very own Lady Duke. How you doing? You're late. You are late, and you'll be docked on your paycheck for that.
There you go. Yeah, the red one is,
It's a little more sweet than sour. But what's weird is it still doesn't have a whole lot of flavor.
No, they don't. There needs to be a little bit more flavor. It's like you get hit by the sour.
Mm-hmm. It's not horrible. I mean, I'll tell you, I was my son actually went to the store earlier today and brought back the Sour Patch Kids Chips Ahoy cookies.
Ooh.
Yeah, as I understand, I didn't try one because I wanted to show up to the show here with these Sour Patch marshmallows, completely virgin.
Taste buds not hindered by it.
But however, the faces of the people in my home that tried them, it was hilarious. And
for what? The cookies?
The cookies.
What are the cookies again?
Sour Patch Kids, like Chips Ahoy cookies.
All right, we need to bring those in.
I will bring them in. There's some. I guarantee you there'll be some left.
I'm saying that, but we need to bring those in.
There will be some left because they couldn't even eat one cookie. They took a bite and they went in the trash.
Oh wow.
So they were. Yeah, Mandy just said they were disgusting.
Miss Duke goes, I am fashionably late. Thank you very much.
Hey, Duke is never late, nor is she early. She arrives precisely when she means to.
Old Crow goes, cookies should not be sour.
I would agree with you on that. And I was afraid to try it, so I didn't.
All right, we're going to have to bring those in. Those are going to probably be another challenge because those scare the crap out of me already.
And I have a feeling those are going to be an actual challenge, by the way. I'm just saying. Yeah, it was...
Oh, my taste buds. I'm like, how soon do I get my iced tea back? Oh man! All right.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So, I am so excited for this. I'm not gonna lie. You guys have been seeing if anybody follows on our Nerd Cave Dwellers Facebook group page.
I hope most of you do because, man.
Where do I begin? Nightdive Studios, you creative, amazing bastards. They took up the mantle of taking the original System Shock game, which was originally like a window. I don't remember if it was a DOS and was a DOS and Windows game. It came out in 1994, I believe. September of 94, I believe, is when it came out. And it was a first person, but this was way before 3D acceleration. And I mean, granted, it was DOS, so that should explain it there. It was DOS and Windows. They took up the mantle on remastering the game. The challenge, I'm going to call it. I'm going to say this. They've been doing a phenomenal job. And they recently released, and I posted a link, they recently released on goodoldgames.com or GOG.com and Steam for the alpha demo. I downloaded it. I've already pre-ordered it. It is an absolutely beautiful game. Now, down in the links, if you guys want to click on it, there is a link to download the demo on Steam. Go ahead and put it up. Okay. The game is absolutely beautiful. They have been spending a lot of quality time just literally taking an old non-accelerated game and building it into the Unreal 4 engine. It's beautiful.
September 23rd, 1994. It was DOS, Mac OS, Windows, and PC 98 is what Old Crow Gaming
Okay,
said.
So it was Windows 98. And they have done a phenomenal job.
That alien looked cool.
That's not an alien.
That's not an alien? Okay.
That used to be a human.
Oh, poor human.
Some experimentation had to be made.
Well, you can't make an omelet.
So, one of the things I want to discuss is the fact that if anybody's played any, like me, I've been a fan. Here's my original copy of System Shock 2 on CD. I have held on to this. You can see where the jewel case has been cracked. I don't know how much. I hope the disc isn't scratched up that much. It's got some wear and tear on it. Yes, this does say Windows 95, 98 CD-ROM. Looking Glass Studios was the original company that put it together. And I got into the System Shock franchise with System Shock 2. I have since bought System Shock, both versions. There's multiple versions you can download, you can purchase on Steam right now. There's System Shock 2, System Shock, and System Shock Enhanced Edition, where they kind of took the game and updated it a little bit. What you're seeing here, now mind you, this is going to be the third iteration of the original System Shock. There's System Shock Enhanced. This is System Shock Remastered. This is rebuilding the game from scratch and remaking it. They've also been taking some creative liberties, and from what I've seen, their creative liberties are very much in line with the game if they were able to do this level of detail and a lot of these things. The game is absolutely beautiful. Let's see here.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to finish. I was going to read. No,
I'm not going to. I'm going to keep going. So let's go ahead and get into some of the comments. Yeah, I noticed they're going nuts.
I like what Amanda said. Oh wow, that could give AAA games a run for their money, but they still keep the design and charm of the old game.
Very much so. It's a non-linear game where essentially they tell you this is what you need to do. Go figure it out.
Nice.
And you're listening to logs to figure out what you need to do. You're roaming around trying to find pass keys. You're unlocking doors. Now, mind you, I played they have the medical wing, which is just one level. This game is multiple levels big. You start off on the medical wing, and I played it for 2 hours.
Nice. Yeah.
As soon as you hit the elevator to go to the next level, the demo ends. Now, mind you, they've updated and they've come out with a new demo. Well, I don't know if they've released it to everybody else, but the alpha demo 1.22 has come out. I haven't had a chance to play it. I've been dying to. But if you look at this game, the graphics, the detail, the puzzles, they're just phenomenal. They really gorgeous.
Old Crow said, I'm pretty sure I still have my original copy of System Shock 2 as well. Said I was happy when it came to Steam, but a later patch completely broke multiplayer.
I think it's because Windows broke some of the functionality. I don't know. The problem is they're having it's hard to get those old games to work with newer operating systems, being as they're running older code.
Right.
And they try to have this layer in between it. This is what I want to see. After Nightdive Studios is done with this, I know they already have another project and they have their own game coming out. I really wanted to see them come out with rework System Shock 2. And you'll see, if you ever go and play, like go and get the enhanced, go get them on Steam. They're dirt cheap. They're like $10. If not even less than that. You can play the original game to kind of take a look at it, and then you can go back and see this, and you can just see the amount of love and care they put into it. The cool thing is that if you look down in the notes, you'll see I have a link. Nightdive Studios has a Twitch page or Twitch channel. And it's been about 8 days since they did it, but they would do streaming night where they would be working on the game while live streaming it.
Nice.
So you can kind of see what they're doing. Oh, it's so cool.
Well, Amanda's she says she's downloading the demo right now. She put that up a minute ago, and then she said, "Good Lord, that map!"
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Everything about the game. And here's the thing: this was the first release of it. They've already released another update. Let's see here. And that was where like I said, this is an alpha demo. So you'll notice from here, time to time, the game was starting to run a bit sluggish. And it's because they found, we accidentally forgot to do this. And like on the 1.22 update, they said fix certain effects running infinitely and causing gradual performance deterioration. The gameplay you're seeing here was like within hour 2, so that's why you were noticing it. That's when I was starting to notice chop. They finally added the first-person ladder animations, which was cool. They've added new ladders, inventory icons for the assault rifle, atmospheric fog has been added, new ending elevator has been added, new hit reactions when enemies are shot or struck with the pipe. Berserk patches now have their effects and side effects implemented. Well, there's a long list of stuff here. Definitely go check it out. I've also got a link to, look how just beautiful it is, and there's so much.
It's really, really. I mean, it's pretty. You know what I mean? I mean,
not
it's just,
only that,
it looks like there was care put into
it. And they're constantly working it. I need to go check it out because they said a lot of the blood decals got updated and are supposed to be looking better.
Nice.
They did a bit more balancing. Whenever I was watching them, they were working on another floor altogether, so it was kind of cool to see what we were in store for. They took some creative liberties on some of the floors. Like there was one area where you would hit a wall, but if you looked at the actual game map, you would see that you're actually hitting a wall, but on the other side of the wall is this big bay, another room. So it was like, we went ahead and added windows.
Nice.
Well, the original game engine couldn't handle that much.
Yeah,
but now game engines can, but it's just, it's such a beautiful game. It really, really is. The atmosphere is right. The music this is really cool. Watch the health. It's like a little patch.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's the stuff they're doing with it is absolutely. The game is so much fun.
Yeah.
You'll spend a lot of when you first get out there. You get, I got a pistol. I can shoot stuff, and then you realize I just ran out of ammo. All right, and now you're going to be up against things that are shooting you, and all you got's a pipe. So one thing about this game is this is one of those where you're not getting infinite ammo and you're going to run out of ammo. So you have to, if you can run around with just the pipe for a long time and gather up a bunch of resources, that's going to be your best bet. And there's, I'll give you guys a little heads up. There's one bed in the entire medical floor where you can go to and get healed up to full. One bed in the entire area, and that area is huge. So
I like that they did that, though. You know, they didn't make it easy. I like that. I like when a game does that. They make it difficult. They make it to where you got to really search for something. Old Crow said, I think going back to it,
System Shock 2 is what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was. It really is. The multiplayer was already buggy to begin with, mainly bulkheads becoming non-functional or crashing. But it was still fun to play with a friend.
It really was. I think
that's always the.
Didn't me and you play for a while? I mean, back in the 95, 98, and I think Windows XP time. Didn't me and you used to play multiplayer on it? I remember I used to play somebody multiplayer. But this was also back in the day where the only time we played multiplayer was local LAN.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that was me.
No. I'm talking about Old Crow.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about Old Crow. I think it was me and him playing it.
I'll let you know as soon as the response comes up. But
it's a very the story of the way System Shock is. When you first get into it, when you first start the game up, you're going to understand it. But you are a hacker. And you got caught hacking. Well, somebody goes, look, I'll expunge your criminal past for the hacking you did. What I want you to do is there's this AI we have called Shodan. I want you to hack away some of its restrictions to make it a little bit better. The next thing is if you do, not only will expunge your criminal past, I'll also give you some of those cybernetic upgrades you were wanting. So you wake up in the medical bed, and everything's gone to hell in a handbasket.
Nice.
And what you find out is Shodan, all those restrictions came off of Shodan, and you're the last survivor on that boat or on that space station.
Nice. We had a couple of comments here. Amanda says it brings better meaning to survivor horror.
Oh, yes.
Old Crow says, we tried to play multiplayer, I believe. Cody and I played it a few years ago on Steam.
Okay.
Yeah, what I really like is that even in multiplayer, the resources are still tuned for single player, making things even more frightening because resources are spread thinner. That is really, really intriguing. I love that they did that because you'd figure...
Well... You got to remember that was also they had to make the game a certain way, and back then there was no way of making a game both multiplayer and single player and having two different sets. In System Shock, you got to remember we've come out with a lot of advancements. Here's what I would like to see. I would like to see instanced ammo drops. Now they may not be able to work it, but essentially what it's going to happen is they will have where if you pick up something, the other person can pick it up too. And you basically, what you pick up won't affect what they can pick up, and you'll get balance. But they also may decide not to do that because then you got to decide, all right, I'm going to focus on melee, you're going to focus on ranged.
And I like that
and
way
I kind of like that too.
Yeah, because that means you have to work with the person that you're playing with. Instead of just playing two players independently, you have to really become a team.
Exactly.
And I think that's pretty cool that they left, at least right now, or they that's the way it is. So,
and you got to remember now. I don't know. I haven't looked into. I don't know if they're going to do any multiplayer with this because you got to remember, the original System Shock was single player only. That was back in the day where single player was it. Like Doom and like the only multiplayer we really had was real-time strategies and first-person shooters. Whereas this was one of those that it was more tailored towards single player. The single player experience, that's what they balanced everything for. Now, they may or may not add it. I don't know. I mean, it is an Unreal Engine 4, so it is a possibility. But with System Shock 2, I do believe multiplayer was added later in the game. It was kind of one of those afterthoughts. And it wasn't even really multiplayer. It was co-op multiplayer.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
all right.
Shenanigans.
So Amanda says, I can't wait to see what shenanigans Shodan. Is it Shodan or Shodan?
Shodan.
Shodan pulls this time. And that, to which Old Crow commented, Shodanigans.
Shodanigans. Now, here's something really cool. And Old Crow, you'll appreciate this. Do you remember who the original voice actress was for Shodan?
Let's see. I want to give Old Crow
I'm going to give him a few minutes. I want to see if he's going to talk about it. Because
while this gameplay really, really looks good. I mean,
it's got such great feel to it.
Yeah.
The music in the background works exceptionally well. Like It's got that mood, that ambiance that really just makes the hairs on the back of your neck tingle a little bit. It's dead on where it needs to be. And you'll, like I said, when you guys watch me stream, I was like, this music is working a little too well.
Amanda just said, my experience with multiplayer, either a showdown or the other player messes around and you die.
Okay, so he goes, I do not, because I asked him about if he knows who voiced Showdown. I do not. Did they get the VA, the voice actor, for the remaster? Yes.
Yeah.
The original voice actress is Terry Brosius. I may be saying that wrong. I've never heard her name pronounced, so I may be saying it wrong, and I deeply apologize.
I would say Brosius.
Brosius? Okay. She is returning to reprise her role as Shodan. So, if you go to the website, there is a thank you from Shodan. That is her. She is back. And here's the thing. They go, when they were discussing it, they said, yeah, Nightdive Studios devs, including CEO Stephen Kick, joined us on a special Shack stream. And basically said that, where was it? Yeah. Whether pressure was on Nightdive to get Terry Brosius back as Shodan, Kick revealed that it was the first goal before planning even began.
So that's how important it was to him.
Yeah, keeping cool. Terry on was probably our #1 priority because she's the voice of one of the most iconic video game villains of all time. I think before we even started preliminary exploration into making this, I reached out and made sure that she would be interested because if not, it would put the brakes on things. It was that important to us.
Amanda says, that is so cool. I love actors returning to projects.
Go and check her out. I think I posted a link about her. Go and check her out. She's actually been a voice actress. I believe she plays in a band.
Okay, Old Crow says she worked on the Thief games, too.
Yes. And she didn't just voice Shodan. She voiced... I had the information here, and I think I forgot to print it out.
Old Crow, I played Thief. Did they make a sequel to that I was personally unaware of? Because if that's the case, then I need to check that out. If that's the game that I'm thinking of. But yeah, I enjoyed Thief. Which character did she play? I got to look that up now.
I'm pulling up right now. I'll tell you right now. So Terry Brosius, she is a musician. She has voiced the witch in Dishonored 2.
Okay.
She has voiced Blackbird, Red, and Goddess in Freedom Force versus the Third Reich, the video game.
Okay. In
Thief Deadly Shadows, she was Laurel, Widow Mora, and Fences and Store Owners, #1. In Deus Ex Invisible War, she was Ava Johnson.
Nice.
Freedom Force, she was Blackbird, Pansifus, Sliffus, and Civilian Females. In the video game Frequency, she was the tutorial voice. In Thief 2, The Metal Age, she was Victoria, and she was other additional voices. Man. In System Shock 2, get this, she was Shodan. She was Dr. Marie Delacroix, which was another one of the key voices. When you play the System Shock 2, and I've got it, I bought it for you, didn't I?
Yes.
And you haven't played it yet, have you?
I haven't had a chance to be able to sit down at the computer. Okay.
And get this, another iconic role, Bitching Betty.
Nice.
In Thief: The Dark Project, she was Victoria. In Terra Nova: Strike of the Centauri, she was Talking Suit and Ship and Base Computer. And the original System Shock, she was just Shodan. She's, let me see here. She has a composer credit for Terra Nova, Strike Force Centauri. She has some art department credit in Thief 2. Let's see here. Here's some of her writing chops. Okay. What do you call it? Basically, she's got credits as being a writer for Rock Band VR, Dishonored 2, Portal Origins, Dishonored, Thief Deadly Shadows, and Thief the Dark Project.
Wow.
No, she's got mad chops.
Yeah. Man, I'm really out of the loop. I played Thief. I loved that game. I did not realize they made other ones.
Oh, yeah. No. And supposedly she's supposed to do Shodan. We don't know what's going to happen with System Shock 3. That's still kind of up in the air. But let me see here. She's in a band in Boston by the name of Tribe. She's keyboardist and occasional vocalist. So if anything, go check out her band Tribe that's out of Boston.
Nice.
And you can look up for the album Sleeper. That's one of the albums she sang in.
Nice. All right. I'll check them out.
But yeah, no, she's a band member. She's a voice actress. She's got a lot of credits to her. So kudos to her. And getting her on board with the remaster was like literally their number one priority. And kudos to them. Like that would have been my no, we can't do this without her. She is the voice. And that was the thing when I started listening to the game, I was like, they did at first I couldn't. I was like, it really sounds like her, but I'm like, they could have done a bunch of post processing, and then I found out no, they got her. I was like, oh, that's why it sounds so perfect.
That's cool. Yeah.
A lot of voice actors become directors and designers in the industry. She actually has designing credits too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, kudos to her. She's massively talented, and I'm really excited to see her reprise her role as Shodan. To me, like I said, go and check out her page. Go and check out her band page. I don't know if I don't have a link to it. I may post it later, but go check her out. Heavily talented. I'm glad they got her back. The entire team of Nightdive Studios, I've been very much following behind a lot of this and going and anxiously waiting System Shock to come back because them working on the remaster. I am one of those people that completely missed the Kickstarter. There is a link to the Kickstarter. If anybody wants to get a copy of it, you can go down and there is a link at the top, towards the top, that is about the Kickstarter itself is closed, but you can go and purchase the game for $50, and they will send you. There's a difference between the demo that you get on Steam, then they'll send you another demo code, which is more updated content. So the one you standard get that they recently released is a little bit older than the newer one that they released, and the 1.22 demo, version 1.22 demo, is only if you are part of the backers. Now here's the thing: of the people that are backing it, they had only wanted they got I think $1.3 million in people supporting them. Nice. This is a community funded game. They reached out to people, hey, we want to do this game, and the community came together. So really came together, and I'm trying to find it.
Okay, Old Crow just said, so a studio called Tencent acquired the licensed rights to System Shock 3 is what they meant in May of this year, so development could continue. Other side is also still involved.
There's no we cannot get a confirmation on that yet.
Yeah.
No, we know that another company picked up, and other side has already said that they're working on a new game. So System Shock 3, there's rumors that it went to another company, but there hasn't been any confirmation yet. We don't even know how far they've gotten. The only thing we've gotten was a couple of videos that got put out. Nightdive has done a far better job of getting production done on their game. I mean, Nightdive Studios, if you guys don't know, Nightdive Studios is a bunch of gamers that have just done phenomenal work. They created the Kex engine, which is kind of like a layer, and they're the reason why we've had the latest Blood version that came out, which is Blood. What's that latest version? You've got the Blood originally you want, but the latest version, it runs so much better in Windows and stuff like that. They've done they've done a phenomenal job bringing back older games, retro games, to be able to play them on modern engines with like networking support and everything else. So they're doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah. He says Tencent is a Chinese holding with a game publishing division with their hands in a lot of popular game pies.
Yeah, the thing is if it doesn't seem, I hope what Nightdive Studios makes System Shock a much more bigger name, because then the company's going to be, we can make money off of this. But what scares me is you got to remember that company is also one of those that does a lot of the phone with insane amount of microtransactions. They're one of those companies that are cursed. They curse their games with a ton of microtransactions. I think they're one of the companies I may be wrong about this, but I believe they're one of the companies around Diablo, the phone app game.
Oh, the most recent one?
Yeah, but the one that's for the mobile phone. It's basically just a mobile phone game with a bunch of, hey, buy this loot box crap.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you go to the Kickstarter game, now here's the thing. 21,625 people backed with pledges of $1.3 million to get System Shock done.
Nice.
And they have been working like crazy. Like, the guys have been live streaming. He's been working on the game from home, from what I can tell. And he's been getting people to call in from the rest of the studio. Actually, it's the way Nightdive Studios works. Believe it or not, they really don't have much of an office. Everybody works from home. It's the most brilliant thing.
Well, sometimes that's
yeah. But when
that's a good thing.
Yeah, when you're on, when you're on the Kickstarter page, if you click on the Slacker backer, you can it'll take you to the page where, basically you go to systemshock.com, and up at the top you can hit Pledge Now. Okay. And what'll happen is it'll show you the different places you can buy. What you can do is you'll look down at the bottom, and there is the digital collector's edition for $50. For the PC, they will give you a Steam key for the more updated demo. And that's the one you want to get. And that's the one I have not played yet.
Okay.
There is, which you can do if you really want to spend the money, there is the System Shock steel case and soundtrack for $75, or the Big Buck Collector Edition for $200. Unfortunately, I ain't got that kind of money. But I do want the $25 insect shirt.
So they did Blood Fresh Supply?
Yes, that's the game. They did Blood Fresh. Okay. Thank you for someone posting that. I was trying to...
Yeah, Amanda asked, and Old Crow confirmed that.
Yes, they're the ones that did Blood Fresh Supply.
Gotcha.
Okay. They have their hand in a lot of... If you notice a lot of old DOS games that have been recently being released on Steam, and they're not running in DOSBox, look at them. You see the beginning, and it'll say Nightdive Studios. That's these creative, brilliant people.
Okay.
I love these people. I've never met them. I've never got to talk to them. I watched the live streams on Twitch. These guys are absolutely brilliant, and I am so happy they're doing this. I really, if I can beg them, and I'm probably on the edge of them getting a court order against me, but I'd like them after they are done with System Shock. They've had a vacation. I mean, I'll even, if they want to come over, I'll share some of my happy juice. I would really, if I can greatly appreciate it, if they would do the same love, care, and attention to System Shock 2. I'm just asking. I would love for this game to see new life, to have multiplayer. You guys, they have done such amazing work. And with the games that are out now, so yeah.
Amanda says, I hope these guys not only remaster fan favorites, but make original games.
They're working on it. They are.
And I like Old Crow says, dude, if they do Eye of the Beholder games, that would be awesome.
I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of companies like, hey, can you do this for us? Can you do this for us? Because it kind of doing remasters of games is a big thing right now, because a lot of what goes into a game and a lot of what takes a lot of time is the storyboard.
Yeah.
And the how do we want it to look? There's a lot of that time. Well, all that's done. What they're doing is they're just taking that original idea and bring it into more modern times with a little bit more rich graphics and stuff like that. But it takes a little bit of time. There's still a bunch of work that's involved in it. But look how gorgeous this is.
Yeah.
It's
Old Crow says System Shock 2 with multiplayer. I would need to upgrade my computer.
yeah, and I've got my. Oh, I was going to show you guys this. It finally came.
That's the big guy.
My power supply. I finally got it. I just got to get it installed. I haven't had a chance yet. But yeah, I finally. Oops, it's upside down. My 850 finally came in.
Nice.
Oh, I had to order it directly off of EVGA's website. So. But yeah, no, that is System Shock. I am so looking forward to it. I'm so excited. Final Fantasy VII, Trials of Mana. There's a lot of games. I know they're working on specific ones. You got to remember also, for them to be able to remaster a game, they have to have the rights. They have to have the legal ability to do it. So either they got to be able to get the company to say, yes, it's okay, or they have to... I don't know what's all entailed or what it takes to get involved in that kind of stuff, but I know there's a lot of legalese around it. I would be perfectly honest. I want them to... I really want... If they were able to make a new game, I would greatly appreciate not just System Shock 2. I would love for them to do a Blood 3. Blood 2, we don't acknowledge. We do... Okay, we have to accept that there was a Blood 2. It was a horrible, steaming pile of crap. But I would really love, if they really worked on a new game, I would love that for them to pick up the Blood IP and work on a Blood 3. I really think these guys can do a phenomenal job running in the Unreal Engine or maybe even the Doom engine, the new Doom Eternal engine. I think ID Tech 7, I think it is now. Either or, but they seem to be the grand wizards of the Unreal Engine, so more my hat's off to them. But... yeah, a lot of companies are very wary of their title rights. I'm looking at you, Konami. Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing. If a company... I think the reason why they got the ability is they have shown they know what the heck they're doing. And with the work they're doing with System Shock Remaster, I have a feeling that a lot of companies are going to be approaching them. And I hope that's what's going to happen. And if that happens, I really wish that they get to pick and choose what they want to work on. However they do it, I'll be grateful. They're absolutely, the Nightdive studio teams, I've been thoroughly appreciative of their work over the years. I've been trying to buy just about everything they've released, anything with their name on it. Pretty much, I think I have everything in Steam. If not, I'm going to go double check and make sure. So,
Old Crow says, I kind of enjoyed Blood 2. Not a great game, though.
It was interesting, but it was badly implemented. The sniper rifle, Caleb went, that was just wrong. And it was basically, that was again, the guys who made the game were like, okay, we want you to make Blood 2. Okay, cool. They start making, all right, you have to have it done in this time. Wait a minute, what? They're like, instead of a several-year project, they wanted them to crank out a game in 6 months or a year.
Oh,
it was just, they were basically just slamming a game together as fast as possible. So that's why it was so buggy. That's why it was not finished. It looked mediocre. The story was half-baked. And the guys that did it are usually pretty good at what they're doing, but when you're expected to basically slap a game together just to make a developer happy, you're not going to get a quality game.
No, so, you're not going to get any kind of quality in that.
Amanda goes, I think if they find a reputable game studio like Nightdive that mistrust their ability, then do it. It will bring back an interest in a new and...
in the new and the old game.
And the old game, exactly. Well, basically what it does is it makes old IPs that most companies just dump off, it makes them more valuable again. Mm-hmm. And it's just the most brilliant thing you can do. Let's see here. Amanda, I'm still salty about Silent Hill, but there will also be a Silent Hill title with the PS5, so yay?
Yeah, no, the game is Silent Hills. Now, this was a big upset for the Silent Hill fan base.
Why is that?
Because...
Go ahead and get off of this.
Norman Reedus, hang on, where'd I go? There I am. Norman Reedus, who is on The Walking Dead, he is popular in the zombie genre right now. He was slated to be in it. I guess they had already started production on it, and then for some reason, the plug was pulled, and it was a huge upset. I know my son was really looking forward to it. Norman Reedus plays Daryl on The Walking Dead, and that's a pretty popular character. But yeah, the plug was pulled on it. Everything was done. It was like, one day it was, we're looking forward to it. This is going to be a great game. The next day it was gone. And it was gone. So no one, I'm sure people looked into it. I don't really know what happened. All I know is there's a lot of people really disappointed in it and the fact that it was abandoned. So, but, Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus.
Oh, that's good one. Horrible. I like that one, actually. I kind of like it. Yeah, so I don't know. If you guys haven't tell, I'm really excited. Everybody, please go and download the demo and play it. Put your headphones on. Bask in the glory of these people's greatness, because they are doing a phenomenal job. What's really cool, and I don't know if this was done intentionally, but in the original game, most of the walls were just perfectly flat, and some of the areas now they're making shelves. So basically they're adding a lot more depth than was originally there.
Yeah.
And what's cool is they're adding, like, in System Shock, all you can really pick up is soda cans. Well, in System Shock 2, they added a bunch more little items. And basically what they did was, like, you have X amount of health, like 50 points or 100 points of health. Well, a soda can would give you 1 point of health.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, in System Shock 2, they added, like, bags of chips and stuff like that. There were other little silly little things, and then you consume them, you get a little bit of health back. Well, it looks like in some of the shelves I was noticing, like, hey, there's bags of chips. You can't pick them up, but they're there. And I thought, I don't know if it was done intentionally or if that's like a nod to System Shock 2. But I thought it was kind of cool. And just a lot of the little effects when the doors open, there's this little puffs of air, and the way the lights flash on the door when you open them, it's kind of like it blinds you a little bit.
Okay.
It's just, they're doing a phenomenal job. And I need to play the other demo. I've just been with so much stuff going on lately.
Yeah.
I really haven't played a whole lot. So
we got some stuff that popped up. I think this goes back to the Silent Hills project. Amanda says that project turned into Death Stranding. Kojima, I believe, was treated very poorly as a game designer by Konami, so that was the reason for the fallout. Then Old Crow Gaming says in March 2015, sources reported that due to conflicts with Konami, Kojima and his senior staff planned to leave Konami following the completion of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Concurrently, Konami announced a restructuring of its video game business and removed references to Kojima and Kojima Productions from the promotional materials for its games.
Oh, wow.
That was basically why Silent Hills got canned. And Amanda just commented, I wonder how well Konami will do in their comeback. I hope they at least take into account their fans and the game designers. Hopefully they will. We just have to wait and see.
Yeah, that's going to be one of those days where you're going to wait, because they're going to have to get some people to fill in those shoes, and it's not going to be an easy pair of shoes to do. But who knows? They may come up with somebody with some new ideas and a new direction, and it may be just as good, or it may not be, and it may take a couple of games before they really get where they need to be. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Old Crow just said, here's hoping. If they do a new Silent Hill game, I hope they can get Akira Yamaoka and Mary Elizabeth McGlynn back.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Well, I think that's about it. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna hug my new power supply that took me almost a month to get because supply and demand completely messed it up.
Why are you getting? It's when he starts fondling the equipment that I get nervous.
It's an 850 watt EVGA G5. I can fondle it all I want.
He can fondle it all he wants, not with me in the studio, though.
Yeah, I ordered this directly from EVGA because the nice thing about the original manufacturers, they don't do that whole, hey, there's a supply and demand so we can gouge prices. So I advise everybody, if anybody's looking for power supplies, order them directly from manufacturers until the sellers on Amazon and Newegg stop being utter douchebags. So, yeah, I ordered this off of EVGA, and believe it or not, took 2 days for me to get it.
Nice.
So I've got I paid a little bit more. I actually paid shipping for it. But honestly, for me getting it 2 days and not paying $300 for a friggin' 850 watt power supply, I'm fine with that. So yeah, here is my gorgeous, my pretty, still's got the plastic on it. I haven't even opened it. I need to, and the problem is I need to get it installed on my computer because I can't overclock or push it too hard at all right now. But I'm looking at the case and I'm like, I should buy another one. But then the case prices are really bad, so I've been eyeballing prices online to find a new case, and I'm bad. I want a new case. I want my RGB fans. Like, I don't even like the RGB look. I just want fans where I can have a nice. Honestly, what I want is just a blue fade in, fade out, a blue glow going in my case. That's what I'm going for. And right now my computer's kind of dark. And I'm not it's like I got used to it for years, never having lighting in my computer case. And then I had the Deep Cool with blue lights in it. And now I want my blue lights back. I want my blue lights back. Yeah.
Well, hopefully you can have them.
So. I will. I'm watching prices and stuff, but I need to get the power supply installed on my computer because I'm tired of... I can't overclock the graphics card. As soon as I do, the system starts crashing, and it isn't because it's the overclock. It's because the video card's pulling more power than the power supply can handle. It's like So, all right. Anything else we got? We got a ton of comments in here. You guys are absolutely amazing tonight.
That is it. Yeah. The last comment is Old Crow going to the music. Says the music for those games was phenomenal up until Downpour. Ugh, Downpour. Amanda says, I miss being in the studio. I hope I can join you weirdos soon. I need candy and happy juice. Miss you guys. I'll play with you guys soon.
Woohoo!
Hopefully soon, yes.
Hopefully soon. All right. I think it's going to be about it. If you guys could do us a really big favor, click like down below. Share it with your friends, please. We've been seeing a lot of you guys doing a lot of the sharing. We greatly appreciate it. You guys are absolutely amazing for doing it. Those listening on the podcast, you can find us on AudioCraZ.com, YouTube.com/AudioCraZ, and if you're on Facebook, you can look up Nerd Cave Show on Facebook and the Nerd Cave Dwellers Facebook group page, where there's a lot of shenanigans that go on there. There's a lot of posting, a lot of us getting in, just yakking about stuff, and lots of meme images, posts, and what was it? Today we had the Bill and Ted's...
Yes, I saw the trailer for Bill and Ted.
I posted it. 5 minutes later, you posted it. It was like
that was
Bill
happening. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hilarious. That one. Wild Stallions rule.
Yes. So anyway, to another amazing night. You guys are absolutely awesome. We greatly appreciate you coming by and listening to me banter like a deranged child. And
on and
I
on.
got my happy juice.
I have a little bit left.
This is actually pretty good stuff, Tealing Westy.
That is good.
I want to try some of their little bit better stuff. This is non-chill. You're not supposed to chill in this.
Now you drink it at room temperature.
Nom, 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 nom. So, all right, everybody. Till next week, we greatly appreciate you coming by, hanging out with us, chatting with us. Share it with your friends. Click like and subscribe, and those who can. Like I say, we got a Patreon, and clicking the links on Amazon help us out a lot. So you guys take it easy. Have a safe and fun week. Hit us up on all social media, and even hit us up on Steam. We'll be gaming. Love to hang out with you guys. Till next time, take it easy.